Lot to talk about in the weather. It is hot. It is going to be hot for a few days. Next week, big changes. We take you out to Cayucos and show you our webcam out there looking spectacular. Just a few high clouds. And that's one of the places where you can beat the heat a little bit. We have a pretty interesting microclimate situation going on. Some beaches are incredibly warm. Others are pretty mild. Steve Chavez, beautiful shot there of the sky today. You can see a lot of those high clouds in place. Jim Barisi was on the Bob Jones Trail today, and that's what it looked like for him. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Use the hashtag #BeOnKSBY like Luna the dog did. That's Mike Perry's dog, I think in contemplative repose. Again, we can't wait to see your pictures. Share those with us. Here's what's going on. 75 Santa Maria, 76 in San Luis, but 88 degrees right now in Pismo Beach, but just 64 degrees at Los Osos and 65 in San Simeon. I'll explain the difference there in a second. You can see the winds are out of the northwest, 16 in SLO, 14 in Santa Maria North, 24 in Lompoc, and those winds are going to rush into Santa Barbara County later on tonight. High clouds across the area, wind advisory through 3 a.m., northeast winds 20 to 30, gusting to 50 miles per hour with all that high pressure building into the area. And the heat advisory through tomorrow night. So the overnight lows for some will not have a lot of relief, and we're not alone. You can see that orange stripe stretching all the way down to San Diego. So the week ahead for the interior valleys, and again, this is sort of just a generic forecast trying to cover essentially the trend in the valleys. Warm for a couple of days and then backing off significantly into next week. Average daytime high in those interior valleys, mid to upper 70s. So you can see we're above average now, below average into next week. The beaches are going to range, but again, it's going to be a fairly warm day tomorrow, but significantly cooler into next week. In fact, low 60s on the way from Monday into Tuesday. The coastal valley is going to be hot again tomorrow, warm for Friday, and temperate over the weekend before dropping to below average. But again, the microclimates make a big difference. Pismo Beach, another day in the mid to upper 80s again tomorrow. North winds shifting northwest late in the day. Paso Robles, North County conditions, yes, I think 100 degrees is possible. Be very, very close. Okay, high pressure across the west. There is a storm system that is well off to the west, but that is going to ultimately buckle the big ridge of high pressure. All right, at the central coast, we have what's called a thermal trough. A trough is just an elongated area of low pressure. Air rushes into troughs. Well, the north coast is on the western side of it, and places like Pismo Beach are seeing the trough off to the west. So winds drop into it and you get those really warm conditions. So it's a microclimate feature that's happening at the Central Coast right now. And it's one of the reasons winds are onshore at Los Osos and offshore Pismo Beach. There you can see the long-range forecast as a frontal system moving into the Bay Area, sweeps across our area Monday night into Tuesday. Could we see a couple of raindrops? We could. I don't think it's going to be measurable rainfall, but it will bring temperatures down dramatically. Mid 80s and low 90s for the Central Coast and South Coast again tomorrow, but there will be pockets where those temperatures will be higher than that. Carpinteria 86, 94 Santa Ynez, 89 Cuyama, 90 in Orchid, 82 Guadalupe, 89 Pismo Beach, 91 in AG. But again, I think the North Coast will be on the cooler side, but temperatures still well above average in the mid to upper 70s. There you can see that downward trend, though, moving into the weekend and early next week. Temperatures in the 60s, again, Monday night into Tuesday. A frontal passage and maybe even a drop or two of rain. Patience counts when it's as warm as it is.
Yeah, it does. Looking forward to that downward trend. Thanks, Dave.